I think there's going to be a change in leadership in some major leaders globally. And again, easy for me to say, right? I'm not going to give specifics. I have a little bit more specifics, but I'm not going there because I don't like to influence anything in that way. But if you take it on a personal note away from that, it may be that you step more into leadership where we need to lead rather than talking down of whoever leaders we have, wherever they are, what they're doing. What are we doing to lead the movement of love? What are we doing to lead the movement of unity? And what does that mean? Maybe for you, it just means meditating longer and holding the planet in a globe of light. Maybe it means doing the light codes with us. Maybe it means that you're going to hold hands with people that have different opinions than you, and you're going to walk through the streets. Maybe it means you're going to do Ho'oponopono on the person that drives you the craziest, and you're going to forgive them, because Raphael keeps asking us to see those who we are against as a part of ourselves, that we move into forgiveness and love. That's the only way we're going to get out of this mess. And the rippling effect of us forgiving and loving our enemies on even a personal level, not that they may be our enemies, but people in our life that we have stuff with, that changes the fabric, the energy of the whole hologram, and it moves like golden thread out into places where that is so tight. So in a war area, the energy of the fabric of the reality is like this, right? And we're moving into this. It's opening up, but we're able now to see through the illusion of all these things that are happening. And so those of us who are in that place or have that ability or capacity to zoom out and aren't getting caught in the polarity and the division, and we can see the bigger picture where it's not black or white or right or wrong, and we can see it from a wider lens. We need to notice where in what is happening on a denser level is happening in us, and where can we take responsibility when we're being a victim, when we're in a poor me energy, when we're filled with rage and anger, when we're having a difficult time with someone or a relationship, and where can we move into forgiveness? Where can we say, okay, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. So when I had the visitation last night, some of the things that came through was, one, be the observer. You don't have to engage in the muckiness. You can watch from a state of as much love and compassion as possible, a state of listening. The other one is be your own healer. Take good care of yourself right now. Eat really clean. You don't have time to be eating sugar and junk and stuff that's going to get your immune system down, because there's already so much coming on. Keep your immune system strong. Get fresh air, get out, walk, be disciplined. If you do Qigong or yoga in the morning or meditation or chanting, just do it. Stick to your program, do it. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for the collective. Clarity is going to be a big thing this month. Keep turning over. If you're like, oh, I just don't know the answer to this, keep turning it over and over to your higher self. Talking on the every when. Do you know what that means? That means communicating without speaking on the stream of life. So communicate to your animals and just talk to them. Don't say anything. Say sit without telling them to sit, or go to the door, or we're going for a walk, and see if you can start creating a relationship telepathically with your animals, if you have any. If you don't, telepathically with animals in nature. Start practicing the avatar qualities. Practice using your hands when you have, like I have a migraine from this concussion. Practice using your hands to heal your body. Feel the energy coming out, right? The avatar has the halo that connects us to the stars. Go out at night, look at the stars and hear what they have to say. Connect to those vibrations. Heal the heart by forgiving others and remembering who and what is so important. Right? As I was receiving a healing last week from my beloved friend who I go to when I need healing, she was working on me, and I could feel the wings. It sounds a little crazy. The wings on my back getting bigger and bigger. And we all have wings, right? We're all angels, and you can feel them coming online. So feel the halo around your head. Feel the light coming out of your hands. Feel the wings. Hold your scepter, right? Here's the ladybug magic. Step into the magic, the alchemy, the sweetness, the laughter, the humor. So when I received these messages last night, they were like, take the gifts from all of these energies and bring them into your heart and carry them with you, and keep those who are important to you close. Maybe write them an email and say, thanks for whatever, just something really heartfelt and authentic and true. I think we've all gotten a little more hardened, and some of the sweetness has fallen away because the world feels a bit harsh. But the more we harden to the harsh world, the harder it gets. So protection isn't about hardening. It's about sealing. It's about sealing and protecting the consciousness. But a protected consciousness is an authentic consciousness that is real, that is true, that can be vulnerable and honest. And that's counterbalance to the manipulation, the control, and the lies that we're seeing around the world.